Welcome to our Mary Walsh virtual open house. We appreciate you coming. My name is Vinny Regan. I'm the principal here at Mary Walsh School. And today I was hoping to talk to you about our mission, our mindset, and our methods, as well as district expectations in the remote learning environment. As well, we're to have other folks supporting you around our PBIS, our technology, and your teachers, explaining expectations and enlisting support. Mary Walsh School in 2020, 2021, our mission is that we strive for success for every student to achieve grade level standards mastery targets to apply for life and grow skills for strong character. Our mindset is that we know students will succeed using collaborative structures, inclusive practices, constant actionable feedback, and high expectations for all. And our methods, we use school-wide tools and common practices within the We Team, We Care, We Prepare, and We Learn framework to support students to be on the right track for academic success, college, career, and citizenship readiness, and a meaningful life. And our focus this year is going to be on project-based learning. Mary Walsh School is part of the Kaleidoscope Collective for Deeper Learning, part of the Massachusetts Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, where we received a grant to receive training on how to do project-based learning for all students. We believe that every student will have 4 experiences this year. We've already planned out the first one during the remote setting. It's something we can talk more about, but I wanted you to be aware that we are using project-based learning as one of our methods this year, and it should be exciting for the kids and engaging. Some common terminology for this year, things that we've not used necessarily a lot before, but concept of synchronous and asynchronous learning. Synchronous, when we say synchronous, we mean that when the kids are together with their class in a remote but live online setting. Asynchronous tasks are when kids are going to be completing schoolwork or assignments, not necessarily with their class at their own time. It can happen within a time block, or it can happen when it's convenient for you and your family. Things like iReady, Scholastic Literacy Pro, and other just assignments in their projects. So that's something to be aware of. Across the city of Springfield, the instructional expectations for elementary, whether during the remote model, will be as followed. Students will meet with their assigned teacher every day to support each other and take attendance. School day does start at 8:30 in the morning, and it will go to 3:30 in the afternoon. In the middle of the day, there will be a time for lunch and a break and recess and things like that, which your teachers will explain to you in a little bit. Teachers are going to facilitate student engagement in synchronous and asynchronous learning activities every day. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday will look very similar, and Wednesdays will look a little different. We'll talk about that later. Between virtual classes with their teacher independent learning activities, on each remote learning day, every student will have 120 minutes for English language arts, 90 minutes for math, 40 minutes for science and social studies. Students will also receive specials, art, music, phys ed, on a rotating schedule of 40 minutes with virtual class and independent activities. Students will have at least 2 graded assignments in every subject per week. Learning activities, both synchronous and asynchronous, must take place as much time to complete as students will be spending if they were in school, if we were actually in the buildings. And students that are learning English or have disabilities will receive their required services for English language learning and special education. We know there's going to be a lot of questions, so I'm actually in the room with you right now to be able to answer those questions, but I wanted to make sure this information was consistent across the grade levels. We're here to support you. Anytime there's any issues, please reach out to the school via phone call, via email, through your teacher, through Class Dojo, and we will be responsive. We appreciate your partnership and look forward to a great school year.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Leach. I'm excited that we will be getting back to school and seeing each other soon, even if it's just in a remote setting. I just wanted to start off by saying that even though we are remote right now, we are still here to support you and your students in any way that we can. Today I'm going to talk to you about PBIS and technology. PBIS is our positive behavior intervention system. We work as a team to come up with plans and rewards for helping students make good decisions. To help with this, we will continue to use Class Dojo to give students points, communicate with you, and post updates about our classrooms and school. Here's a video showing you what you can expect from Class Dojo at home.
Hey there, Caitlin here with Class Dojo, and today I'm going to show you what families see on their side of the app. As you know, Class Dojo is free for teachers, students, and yes, even families. Once they download the app, they'll select I'm a parent and log in with their email address. Then they enter the invitation code you provided them, and they'll be connected to your class and their student. If you add a student from your school's directory and their parent is already connected, then they'll automatically be connected to your class, no code needed. The first thing families see when they log in is stories. This includes your class story, the school story, and their students' portfolio posts. You'll see at the top of each post which story it's from. Families can like, comment on posts, if you have commenting turned on, and even translate captions. Now let's check out the kids section. If you're sharing feedback points with families, they tap Reports to see their child's feedback from school. If their child is in more than one class on Class Dojo, they can pick the class from the drop-down list here under the date. They can see what feedback was given, at what time, and even any notes their teachers have shared. It's easy to add more children too. All they have to do is press the blue plus sign to add another child, enter the special code provided by the teacher, and they'll be instantly connected to their child. Let's take a look at messaging. Here's where parents can message you. Messages automatically translate to the language they speak when they change their language settings in their account, and they know when your quiet hours are on and you might not be available. We've seen how you've transformed your classroom communities with positive feedback, and we want to let families bring some of that magic home. Something new they'll see this year is Class Dojo Beyond School. It's an amazing way to encourage positive behaviors, values, and skills at home. The best part is it's totally optional. Families can subscribe to give feedback points at home, set goals, and much more. The feedback points they give at home aren't shared with school. If they aren't subscribed to Beyond School yet, families will see a button to subscribe rather than feedback points appearing under their child's avatar. And remember, whether families subscribe to Beyond School or not, everything you've always loved about Class Dojo and relied on to create a classroom community is still 100% free for teachers, students, and families.
Our school follows PAWS, which stands for Perseverance, Accountability, Wisdom, and Safety. Although we are doing remote learning, we can still apply these values. Our biggest focus for PBIS for right now will be attendance and completing assignments. Every day, students will get 5 points for being online with their teacher in the morning and 5 points for being on in the afternoon. Students will also receive 5 points for every assignment they complete. Teachers will also have the option to give students points for other things, such as participation, working hard, teamwork, and helping others. Every month, students will be entered into a raffle to win prizes. Students will be entered into the raffle once for every 50 points they have. So if a student has 50 points, they will be entered in once. 100 points, they will be entered in twice. 150 points, they will be entered in 3 times, and so on. Students will also get a chance to win a reward as a class each month. Every month, the classroom with the highest average of points will win a reward as a class. In addition to these rewards, we will also be doing monthly virtual assemblies to support students in learning important skills that will help them to be successful. Some examples of topics we will cover in addition to our PAWS values are kindness, classroom community, bullying, and growth mindset. To support you, we will also be hosting a meeting once a month on Zoom in the late afternoon and we will answer any of your questions and support you in any way we can. Now moving on to technology. Students will discuss expectations in the online classroom with their teachers, just like they would talk about expectations if they were in person. If students are having an issue with their laptop, such as their sound not working, or the teacher can't hear them speaking, they will have to go through the district to get their laptop fixed or replaced this year. Since our supply of laptops is so low at the schools right now from distributing laptops in the spring, we do not have enough to supply students with a new one. Instead, students will have to access the student help desk within Teams to get support. They can post a message telling what was the problem, and someone will reply there to support you. If your computer is not working at all, then you can access Teams from a different computer or a phone to send the message. If they are not able to help you troubleshoot the problem, then they will set up a replacement for your student. If this happens to your student and you need more detailed directions, please contact your student's teacher. It is very important that students have a school laptop for their online learning, even if they have a different laptop at home. The school laptop has applications built in, which makes it much easier for students to access the tools that they will need. Teachers also have access to these laptops during school hours from their own computers so that they can support students when they need help. It allows them to see students' screens as well as send messages. This also helps teachers make sure that the students are staying on task throughout the school day and not falling behind. If your student does not have a school laptop yet, please call the school so that they can get one ready for you right away. This year, we have a new online platform that students will be using called Schoology. Soon you will be receiving directions on how to log into this platform, where you will be able to see your students' information. Throughout the year, I will be posting videos on how to access different tools on YouTube and Class Dojo. Make sure to check the school story for updates. Lastly, if you go to the Springfield Public Schools website and click on Remote Learning, you will find a lot of useful information there. Directions for connecting to Schoology will also be posted there when they are ready. Remember, we're here for you whenever you need support. Please call the school or message me on Class Dojo if you need anything.